Bruh. Bruh. Hey, Traders, welcome to the Thursday stream, whatever. Starting the stream with Bitcoin. It's been kind of intriguing a little bit. You just had this methodical march. Nothing violent, nothing crazy. Somehow Bitcoin's up 1.68%. You can barely even tell, right? But man, you're just inching on up, closer and closer to that previous highest high of the entire rally, at least in the 4 hour at 19,699. You didn't test it yet. We got less than an hour to go until your daily candle close, 4 hour candle close. So power hour, I guess. Asia's waking up. Europeans getting in bed. Americans coming home from work. It's a it could be a magical time. That's why we're always here, right? There's some technicals that need analyzing. Is that true? I don't know, man. I thought it's all done. You know, all the analysis is done. We're just keeping up with it. I mean, not much change from yesterday, except a little bit higher. We'll start out and look at futures. The futures, Bitcoin futures, 19,750. Futures have reopened 8 minutes ago. And Nasdaq, S&P 500, Dow Jones, all kind of flat, up a little bit. Nasdaq hit an all-time high again today, I believe. You know, on the back of it wasn't really. I mean, Intel was up, it had a good day. But really, you had like retail, like Walgreens somehow was the top gainer on the S&P 500. Boeing, I think they got an order with what is it, Ryan Max? So you know that's good, I guess. CVS, third top gainer, and then you know energy, ConocoPhillips, Occidental Petroleum. Then you got SPG, which we all know that one, right? That's commercial real estate. But yeah, like at Facebook. Bottom loser. Costco, bottom loser. The top bottom loser. Pfizer was down today. Netflix. American Tower Corporation. Home Depot, continuing to get wrecked. Nvidia down, right? Yeah, mixed bag. That value. The value plays are still just tearing it up. A lot of techs just struggling, man. So, with Bitcoin, you know, if you test, I mean, I'm thinking, if you test all-time highs again, you're going to break it probably. I mean, a pretty good chance, right? This low here, right? That's kind of, you test it once, you sell off, oh my God, okay, all bids come in, the next thing, the higher low is created, and if you meander on up and test that again, the sell wall there could break, and you could have a massive markup, and you're thinking that, like, just based on the supply line here that goes all the way back to October 21st, that could take you to 21,700 and change. Okay, the top of the structure you're in right now. Great news on the 4 hour. Okay, listen to me. You're about to go. You're neutral now on the histogram, and you're about to go positive. I mean, bull's about to take the ball here. This was all the bears could muster. That type of sell-off, very, very mild, right? If you just do the previous low to high, probably 50% retrace. Yep, 50% retrace on that wick, and then bullish engulfing candle on the 4 hour has manifested into a nice little rally that could take us to the highest highs of the entire rally. So, which again, the highest highs of this rally that we've been on this year would now be all-time highs, which is crazy. Hey, what's up, Leon, dude? Thanks for the
Is that a join?
Oh, and thanks for all the new patrons. More patrons joined this morning, last night. It's just an ongoing thing. We're now up to 577 patrons, and super grateful for everyone who's supporting the community. If you're a new patron, you're out there in the chat and you're enjoying it, or I mean, just give your honest opinion, like in the chat, sure. Like, hey, I joined the people were doing it yesterday. Like, people were tipping yesterday, you know, TTSing their experience with the Patreon on like their first, second day. And they were saying it was good, so feel free to let people know how it is. So it's not just Bitcoin that's up today. Ethereum had a really, really nice run. Kind of disappointed in Litecoin because, you know, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, they've kind of just been like, I don't know. I mean, forget Bitcoin. Ethereum, Litecoin, they're kind of, they've XRP, right? Those top ones, they've always been like, sometimes one outperforms the other. Well, this time it was Ethereum that has certainly outperforming Litecoin today, up 3.6%. You know, when Bitcoin caught that bid last night, Ethereum moved up like $20 at the highest point. It was 624. So hey, that double top, that potential double top that looks so scary. What did the bears do? There was such little selling pressure. You're rallying again. You're following Bitcoin, really, but we're talking about the psychology. A much higher low, and you know, I get it. People could just be like, "Hey, you're talking about cup with handle on Litecoin. Why not Ethereum?" You could do the same thing on Ethereum and Bitcoin. Really, I just like Litecoin had the best argument because of what it was back testing as support. Cup with handle going on. Really tough to, you know, create some sort of flag here with the parallel channel tool to visualize that handle, because the crazy volatility where, you know, Ethereum went from at its highest point to its lowest point. It's a 12% swing in price. I mean, how do you even plot that? Oh boy, what just happened, dude? Hey, KCK hype in the chat. Let's go. We got a new patron, number 578. I thought it was an impossibility that 600 could happen. Probably still is an impossibility, but I can't even believe we're 22 patrons away from the 600 mark again. That is incredible. Thank you so much, Casey. Please be sure to sync with the Patreon, the Discord. Let's go, dude. All right. Waiting on these trade setups. If Bitcoin is to break the upside, Ethereum's to break the upside, Litecoin's to break the upside. Well, you could think that other altcoins would break the upside too. I mean, YFI had already done it. YFI's already done it. It's at $30,000. Okay. YFI is like a trade setup that was like posted for free on stream, and there was an education segment at the same time of me posting this trade setup for everyone. Like, there were like 1,700 people watching when this was all talked about initially, okay? And it's not moved, nothing's changed, but it was just sizing up. The great news about this, there's not much data, so there's not much room for interpretation or debate on what is a critical support resistance on YFI. So we knew the big one was $21,000 roughly, $20,933. That's been your point. That was the target on the way up, at least, right? When we knew this was like, we had all those variables aligned up, right? The target was 21K, right? You break that, you go to 32K. Well, you didn't quite get up there for selling off. Back testing what was once supposed to be support as support again. You broke the down sloping resistance, and yeah, you were dollars away from hitting that next resistance, the target, right? And if you ever broke that, you're thinking the eventual next target would be 39K. 39.5, whatever. So great news on Wi-Fi. It's just flagging right now. You know, it's been very quiet today, ever since I guess it's the end of yesterday. Yeah, this bull. I mean, just looks like a really nice high and tight bull flag that's just coiling up, getting ready to moon. I mean, if you're just talking about, we're talking about bull flags, some sort, right? Something like that, right? I mean, you probably measure move pretty easy. Being conservative, you know, all this chop here is not, I don't think it's part of it. I think it's just right here where that engulfing candle started, and that's conservative. That would give you a conservative measure move. That would get you over 32K, which is a critical resistance, take you to 35,424. So wait for the break, maybe add an alert right here. If we break that flag, could be kings, man. All right. 44 minutes to go till your daily candle close. It's been absolutely incredible, man. News just keeps coming out, right? On just crypto, man. Let's see. You got S&P 500, Dow Jones launching crypto indexes in 2021, right? Talking about 550 coins will appear in the new indices starting next year. So the S&P 500, Dow Jones, CME Group, and News Corp, they're going to be debuting cryptocurrency indexes in 2021. That was, you know, in a press release on Thursday. They described Bitcoin and altcoins as an emerging asset class. So just when it rains, it pours with news-driven catalysts that is only affecting. It seems like the price action is favorable, and you even had this sell-off on the stock market today based on Pfizer possibly delaying or not being able to produce enough vaccines or as many as they projected. You saw a big dip in futures. Bitcoin moved a little bit, was the outperformer. I mean, like, it didn't sell off near as much as the Nasdaq, S&P, or Dow Jones. You know, this thing is somewhat tethered a little bit to equities. You can tell by the price action, but man, it decoupled in early October, mid-October. So the move marks the latest commitment from Wall Street to embrace Bitcoin and other digital currencies, underscoring interest from the institutional sphere. We know that is definitely there, that interest based on what's happening in GBTC. That's the only way. I mean, unless you buy OTC or whatever, that's the way a lot of Wall Street's getting exposure to Bitcoin, is they are buying GBTC. A very fascinating looking chart is GBTC itself. Why? Because we've been looking at Bitcoin. Bitcoin had a crazy sell-off December 1st, right after testing all-time highs the first time. Look, you know, not GBTC. Yes, you had this dump. That was the Thanksgiving dump, okay? The abandoned baby, bullish abandoned baby, like 3 days. Nothing's changed. It closed at its highest level today. I'm talking the last 4-hour candle itself, where Bitcoin is not at its highest high, right? That's what's interesting. Highest level GBTC has seen on the close today since highest close since January 9th, 2018. Okay, still very far off its all-time highs, where GBTC, at least where traders settled at their highest level of all time, $38. So what's happened is the premium has increased to about 30% now. I think each GBTC share translates to 0.095 bitcoins. 0.095 bitcoins, right? So as this keeps climbing, the premium will increase, but that is just testament to the demand that institutions have for, it seems like, Bitcoin for now. Very interesting. Different. I mean, how does that happen, man? Like, they're not selling. These institutions that are buying this are just not selling. They're FOMOing. To a certain degree, they're FOMOing into this GBTC. Okay. Litecoin. Hey, cup with handle, man. A nice strategic cup with handle, not just, hey, it's Bitcoin cup with handle, Ethereum cup with handle, with nothing really backing it up. You know, like, I love Litecoin, technically, based on the fact that it's the only one of the big ones that's showing this potential cup with handle that actually has backing looking left, where all this congestion is $79, $81, even really $84. It's like this $4 range. It's being back tested and held as support. Bitcoin's not doing that, nor is Ethereum. That's why I have more confidence in Litecoin. I'm able to better strategize my risk management on this one, okay? So 89.05 right now, just slow and steady wins the race, man. Swing trading requires patience. Don't freak out. Target eventually 119.94. Hey, 120, okay? Rounded number. So the release date, the release did not state which specific cryptocurrencies will be covered or the methodology behind the selection if it is not based on market capitalization. Yeah, so there's info, but there's probably a lot more info that needs to be unveiled that hasn't come out yet. You give me, dude? We're cool. Remember, GBTC's asset under management, AUM, is at 12.2 billion. It probably grew a little bit today, you know. So futures still 19,705. Litecoin, we're waiting on it, man. You know, XRP is just one of those that, yeah, it'll probably climb. It'll probably have a nice rally if Bitcoin does. But at this time, it's really tough to be like, well, what a great entry for XRP for a long. I mean, I just don't, you know, I like the 51 cents, how it broke it and back tested it. That's about it. I mean, it's making a lower high, but it's methodically climbing just only because Bitcoin is. That's all it's doing. So if Bitcoin pumps and breaks all-time highs, you would think that XRP will eventually see 86 cents, at least on Binance, 86 cents, and then the target after that will be 97 cents. Right? But in terms of like a swing trade where you're strategizing, low risk entries, it's kind of tough because you're not at it. Like if you look left at the data, there's just, you've already broken the data, I believe. I mean, I guess, look, October, that high right there, 62 cents. You could try to claim that as a critical potential reversal area. It's happened before. So right there, as long as it stays above 62 cents, which is going to be dictated by Bitcoin, yeah, then eventually it could have a run up to, well, there's 70 cents right there. After 70 is like 86 cents. And that 86 cents was posted on the weekly. That's where the swing high is. So Bitcoin's 19,496. It was, wow, it was like going on an engulfing candle. When the stream started, it looked like 19,560, but it's definitely pulled back some. I don't know, man. We have not broken all-time highs yet. We're not making a higher high than our previous high yet from November 30th. You have to do that soon. You don't want to be topping out here, all right? So, sorry, man, about XRP. It's okay. It's not like others. There are other assets that are showing better setups despite performance in the future. Just, again, so. Traditionally, Maker doing Maker things, doing what it does, right? It hits $500 and then bounces and runs up to nearly $600. It's on the way. If Bitcoin does well, this asset could be like an XABCD, where it eventually breaks $600 on this next attempt. If it hits $606, it could break it. We could see, I mean, eventually 736. Maker breaks that. That's a big deal, man. This asset's been ignored almost, but we've had some incredible trade setups on this asset multiple times, and when it gets going, it gets going. I think this is one of those, maybe with like an actual reasonable amount of supply, possibly. So just know, I have an alert set up. If you break $600, there could be a very fast move up to $730, like real fast, okay? You've been warned. This is just technically a huge bullish rectangle with a measure move that takes you nearly to the next area of resistance, okay? Yeah, I know people talking about Riot and Mara, the two crypto stocks. Where they've gone nuts, right? I mean, like Mara hit 625, and just as we knew could possibly happen, you could reverse there. You certainly haven't broken it. I mean, you had a candle wick high, but traders have never settled up higher than 625. Never. Oh, I mean, like, you know, on this run. So you're below it, you're sitting at it. If you could ever break it, I mean, you're thinking a gold mean ratio. This is a bearish crab pattern, 748, but if you break 625 historical context, you're looking around 815 is the next high. So good stuff there on Mara, just stalling at a resistance. Wow, go figure, people taking profit there.
Ascending broadening wedge is 80% likely to break bearish. What are your thoughts?
That's not true. The percentage changes based on bearish conditions, bullish conditions. I think that percentage chance also changes when the ascending broadening wedge is considered a continuation or a reversal. So the context is very important if you look at Bulkowski's research. So I'd have to look into that. So you're talking about, and so the thing is about Bitcoin, you know, is it an ascending broadening wedge? it's probably just a channel. I mean, you know, ascending, broadening wedges are pauses and like is a pattern, right? So like an ascending triangle, a rising wedge, a falling wedge, an ascending, broadening wedge, a right angle, descending, broadening formation, right? All these patterns, they are pauses and trends. That's what they're called. They're considered that. And so we are not paused in a trend. This is just the uptrend that is being, the trend lines are confining all the candles of the uptrend. So you can call it an ascending, broadening wedge all you want, or you could just look, man. You can also do this. You could just probably get away with getting the parallel channel tool out, right? Probably plotting on top. We could try both. Like that. Look, heart line respect really well. Okay. Right? I mean, the heart line down here from October 18th gets hit. You know, there's other ways to interpret it. I don't think it's so much as much a Bulkowski pattern as it is the trend. It is like it's just the visualization of what the trend is. And there's a demand line. If the demand line ever gets broken, right, then yeah, you might be in trouble, but it does not mean the trend is over. The trend is not over. The trend does not become bearish, I think, until Bitcoin now gets a candle low close really below 16,435. That's when the trend reversal is beginning. Because that is how trends, I mean, we talked about trend analysis and how trends reverse is you have to consistently break, if you're in an uptrend, you have to consistently break below your previous discernible swing low, something you can see on the chart. We know for a fact, undeniably, the most discernible previous swing low is 16,350 or so. If you break that, you back test it as resistance when it was once support, and then you go again to the next low, which looks like 14,637, then you know you're in a downtrend. You're downtrending. So just because you break a demand line doesn't mean it's over for the trend. But yeah, that could be a huge selling point. That's where people could be exiting their position. But that hasn't happened yet. So people were talking about total too. I like totals. Total just kind of blah. I mean, you know, I kind of like the MACD a little bit. Only Bitcoin price action can like do something. But yeah, I mean, it's just right there. It's barely above 571, or barely above 570 by like a billion. No big deal. But it's climbing, man. It's climbing, and you eventually want to get a daily candle close above the previous one, which was 578 billion. You haven't done that yet. You need bids. You're not catching enough bids right now. I mean, you just got to wonder, okay, how long is this methodical little March attempted rally? You got to, like, when you're Bitcoin and you sold off and now you're attempting a rally. Well, the attempted rally, you need to break your previous high on this attempted rally. That's why you call it attempted rally. Because if it's a lower high and fails, okay, then you're confirming that the top's in for now, and then you dump. So let's go. That's what we were saying yesterday, right? Like, this is, all right, after the engulfing candle, you got to catch bids. You have to catch bids soon. Yeah, Riot went to 10. We can look at that too. Yeah, crazy. It broke 945 and closed above it, and that was definitely a critical area we had been discussing, right? I mean, it was so cool about it. You know, it even gave the luxury on that Thanksgiving sell-off. It gave the luxury of breaking out and then back testing what was once resistance. It then became support, and then the gap up, and now you're running, and you again closed above a critical 945, which is like pretty much where traders settled up, you know, back here in October 2017, May 20. You know, there's going to be discrepancy. Like, you could probably just plot a wick high to be conservative. You're just closed kind of in the zone of resistance, I guess. If you ever break this for real, I mean, the next major high is going to be, I mean, is it even 1416? It's kind of like the next one after this is really 1770. So, but I think this has nothing to do with Riot itself. It probably has everything to do with Bitcoin. Right? If Bitcoin keeps climbing, this is gonna probably see 1416, probably $17. But if Bitcoin says, you know what, on this attempted rally, we're going to make a slightly lower high and we're going to dump again. Well, this will pull back. But the problem is with Riot, you know, if you're like someone that's holding this asset, there's no support between $6 and $9.45. So if this thing does reverse here, which it very well could, you could get a sharp move down to $6 again. Because there's nothing that's holding it up really. There's barely any to no congestion in this area. And that's why, you know, if someone owns this asset and they got in at a good level, there's nothing wrong with taking a little, no financial advice, but there's nothing wrong with taking a little profit at the next congestion area based on the fact that there's no support below you really that could keep you propped up if things go south. Okay, but hey, I'm not saying completely exit your position, it's all over. I'm just saying it'd be wise for one could take up 25%, 50% of the position off the table. You know, gains are gains. No one ever went broke taking profit at a critical resistance area, which is also what a critical resistance is also considered a potential reversal area. All right. Very nice though. Demand line. Look how you fell below it. I love this. The Wyckoff stuff. You fell below it, right? Broke the demand line. Then you rallied. Look at this. The back test and the respect you were getting along it again before Kingdom Come, whatever. Beautiful. So pretty good stuff on VeChain that's is outperforming again. Yesterday it had a great day. I think it was up 15% and getting some really nice follow through price action today, where you were up again 6%. So you're just at that 618 area where you know you're gonna test 1.88 cents, 1.99 cents again. I mean, assuming Bitcoin doesn't crash. You have to bring up Bitcoin every time I bring up a new S coin, just so you know, as the disclaimer. Nothing that these assets, these S coins do matters if Bitcoin violently dumps. Nothing. It doesn't matter how good a trade setup looks. If Bitcoin pulls the rug, that trade setup will get obliterated. Stop losses hit, it'll be all over, right? So if Bitcoin keeps rallying, right, if the bull trend continues for Bitcoin, it eventually breaks all-time highs and doesn't crash, then eventually VeChain breaks 1.99 cents, you could see 2.6 cents pretty fast. So Rob.
BTC daily candle looking great.
Thank you, dude, for the 5 super chat. Is the daily looking great on Bitcoin? It's okay. It'd be preferable to get a daily candle close above the height of 19,716. Doesn't look like that's going to happen. It would probably require, I mean, if that happened, it would be, hey man, there's pandemonium. It's one of those streams where you can barely even read chat. The Hey song will be playing. I mean, that would be going on if we were to get a daily candle close above the previous high, which just happens to be the highest level of all time where traders have settled up on the daily. But barely, but it's true. So decent, I do like, really. This is the stuff you had to have happen. In order to continue feeling comfortable about the MACD histogram, where it's continuing to lose that negative momentum. Bears still have the ball, but if it it's about to be neutral, goes positive, bulls get the ball. The stage is set on the RSI and the MACD for much, much higher prices. People, is that bearish divergence? I mean, that's terrible fall through. That's pathetic fall through. That's bearish divergence. How is this happening? The MACD is like contradicting the RSI divergence right now. So I don't know. Yeah, I mean, like, maybe not the candle's okay, but it's really the histogram that looks so good. And dude, I don't know, man. Like, maybe it'll be completely wrong and it'll be complete bamboozling or something. But dude, that GBTC chart, that to me sticks out and it says so much. The Bitcoin's not at like all-time highs. It's lower than it was the date of November 30th, but it closed at its highest level today since like early January 2018. That's so crazy. That means like institutions are like betting on Bitcoin through GBTC, not spot price, Do they know something? What's going on? Why is this happening? Why that hasn't happened this whole run? So someone just asked, really? Is GBTC a good buy right now? Sweet heavens, no. Sweet heavens, no. But it was a great time to buy October 15th. Yes, October 15th. An entry, 1243. The price was at 1243. 3 rising valleys, complex inverse head and shoulders. I don't care. They were bullish narratives. The breakout of the downtrend and the back test as support when it was once resistance. Everything was there. The stage was set. If you broke that 1243, it was off. Easiest trade of my life. Patrons, this was just set up for you, handed to you, hand delivered. This is why we got 578 patrons. Gone. And it keeps going. It's funny though, at the profit taking level, it did that abandoned baby stuff, and it's at its highest point now. It's like, what the heck? What's going on? So no, there were areas, certainly, to get in on GBTC, but not now. You're buying, and the thing is, the premium's increasing the higher the price goes. So, right, I mean, I think the other day, you were getting like 84% exposure to Bitcoin buying GBTC, but now it's like only 70% exposure to Bitcoin buying GBTC. Oh yeah, gotta pin that to chat. That's right. Okay, it's pinned. Good news, if you're a gold holder, that critical support, we're getting away from it now, thankfully. Whew. It's a close one, dude. Real close one. You don't want to fall below this. If you fall below it, you're screwed. But you didn't. You fell in it, and you bounced pretty resoundingly. And now you're running on up, testing the heart line of the downtrend. You ever break that? I do think that you'll test 1900 again. Maybe even you'll get lucky and test 1920, or at least the top of the downsloping channel you're in, right? The supply line up here, pretty confluent with 1920. So nice engulfing candle. A couple days ago, and you're just getting some fall through price action. Almost a miniature three white soldiers there. I like how the gold is back above the 200-day moving average. Ooh. You gotta stay above that, man. That's bad news. So everything's looking okay for gold again. It was getting scary. You come down to back test these areas as support before going higher.
Can we take a look at the Qs? I don't think we have seen them in a while.
Is that a joint?
Wolfman, sure, we can look at the QQQ. When QQQ face tap. Technically all-time highs today, right? Technically. I mean, just barely. But you've kind of been stuck. I mean, you've been closing like within dollars 3 days in a row, right? Same thing. So, I mean, are there really even any gaps? I mean, there's the gap down here, 274. But yeah, you got to get above this. You're testing it. You're spending your time testing the old all-time high from September 2nd. I mean, this is definitely where you could say this might be a reversal area if you fall back below it. Right, where you could tumble all the way down to 268. Yep, that's support area. But if the bids come in and this is to continue, you know, then you're looking at possibly some sort of wow, that's a deep crab pattern, a 1618 potentially. Right, like if you stay above this all-time high after back testing it and you start really going again, I mean, the target eventually would be $329. $329. That's pretty gorgeous though. Bearish deep crab. Big if we gotta get some more confirmation. Like I gotta feel. Let's see a big green candle up that gets us really separated from this September 2nd high, all-time high. Oh man, sorry about that. Someone should purchase some merchandise. E-Turn just bought a classic pullover hoodie. Patreon testimonial. Came for the tendies but stayed for the community. Had no idea what I was doing when I first joined. A few months later, I'm position sizing, identifying patterns, exercising patience, making friends, and having fun. Thanks again, Kangs. Thank you, E-Turn, for the Patreon testimonial and supporting the stream by buying some merchandise. Thank you, dude. Wow, big time.
Bruh.
Cheers, dude. Good time to buy that hoodie, where it is getting colder, at least in the northern hemisphere.
Thoughts on MATIC in the short/long term? Thanks, Buck.
Thank you, Timbo. Thoughts on MATIC? Long term, short, no idea. MATIC's very, very stuck in Stucksville, man. I don't even know why. Why is that there? I mean, so you really got. I like how you're above this congestion area. August 2019, December 2019, January 2020, June 30th, July 25th. Right? I mean, over and over, you can see how often you're testing it, failing it, testing it, breaking it. So good news is you broke it, you back tested it, and now you're going. So your target's probably 2.296 pennies. Yes, it's crap. Soft target, but eventually, I mean, if this really gets going and Bitcoin, you know, doesn't crash and things get going, 2.743 cents would be the target from there. Right? That's a big reversal area. You ever break that? Wow, no idea, because you can see like the price action normally never sustains prices above 2.7 cents, but it does upthrust when it does break, and so you could go as high as friggin' 4.2 cents, of course, right?
Is that a joint?
Or you can go as high as 3.2 cents, right? I mean, there's just no way of knowing the price action correlation above 2.7 cents. Is sometimes insane. So that could be, that's the massive breakout potential area. So it's okay for now. It got in a lot of trouble, you know, caught some bids, and now it's trying to hold support, you know, that goes all the way back to, geez, you know, like June of 2019. So 2.2 cents, but really 2.7 cents.
From Block Card, earning 6% back and supporting it at the same time. Great channel, bro.
Thanks, Joshua, for the 5. And the kind words. Not sure about the other stuff. Okay. Yeah, not much to talk about after that, man. I mean, like, you know, what else can you do? 2.7 cents is no man's land. It's insanity, not really, some insanity. So it's hard to target. But we do know it could go literally ape-S. Ape-S MATIC above 2.7 cents, potentially. All right? Yep, yeah, that was another something that came out. I don't really follow it, but I could try to find it real quick. Just gotta give me a minute. Yeah, some sort of I don't know, maybe I won't find it, never mind. Something about hash ribbons, like, showed a buying signal, but, you know, whatever, man. Oh, and by the way, GBTC's premium hit a 6-month high. That's what it was.
Quick look at BCH.
Is that a joint?
So BK Trap, thanks, man. Sure. 291, down 1% today. Lots of sideways stuff. Hey, good news is you're above 280, 278, right? You break, so you hold this long enough, you're going to 328 again. Pretty easy.
Will there be a Patreon hangout tonight?
Hey, Timbo. yes, there will be yes, it's Patreon night. Every Thursday night is Patreon night. If you're new to that, just understand, like, we do a pregame, right? There's 2 streams every Thursday for the most part, unless something insane happens. And 30 minutes before the night live stream, we all hang out for 30 minutes, talk on Discord, and then I go live, and then I come back, and we're all talking in the voice chat on live stream. So everyone, you know, it's probably going to be insanely lit this time. I mean, hopefully people know about it and are aware, the new patrons. But that's just a thing. It's just another added amenity.
Hey man, hope everyone is doing well. Can we take a look at Avi? I took a trade on flag breakout with measured move $120. BTC pair also looking good. Any way of getting extra targets? Cheers, smile.
Thank you.
Hey brother, first time on the stream. I like the setup. Also, can we look at shot?
I don't know what that is. Is it a stock? Probably not. Oh, it's a $10 minimum for legendary S coins like that. I've never heard of in my life. So, yeah. But you know, it's $5. Dude, it's just a rule, okay? If I've never heard of the S coin, it's not on my watch list, I don't look at it regularly. Whatever that is, you're the first person. I stream like every day, like 1,600 live streams in like less than 3 years, and it's like you're the first person to ever request that. I've never heard of it, so like it's $10 minimum for that stuff. It's crap probably, okay? I mean, most likely it is. I don't know, I haven't looked at this crap in a while, but when we did look at it, it sure broke out, and it's sure been going nuts.
Not great, not terrible.
Can we take a peek at last time BTC broke the 2013 ETH in 2016-2017?
Sure, comrade, thank you, dude. Okay, so probably a nice uptrend or something. I love I love how it back tested that moving average right there. I don't know, man. Oh, that's really, really nice right there. So you're nearing the top of it. I mean, you probably could top out at $100. It's $91. Jeez. So $100, $99, probably that target. Bull flag. Are you saying this was the bull flag? It's kind of tough. I mean, it was nice sideways consolidation. You know, like a little rectangle here. I think the measure moves hit. So I think your upside is probably $100. If you just got an upsloping resistance there. This somewhat large channel, right? So you hit that, you could sell off, back test the heart line, and go again. Very little data on this one. Positive Momo's building, you're barely ever bought. So yeah, there's room to run. Nice bullish engulfing candle yesterday. Then you're getting immediate fall through. So you'd think $100 would be the target, but Bitcoin crashes. Nope, not going to happen. It's going to reverse bad, just like everything else in this this market. So yeah, man, probably $100. That's probably a supply line up there. Okay. Now, if you want to do, if you're say screw the channel, dude, I don't believe in upsloping resistance. Like, okay, whatever, man. I mean, you go high to low Fibonacci. You're already at a 1272 Fib extension, potential reversal area. So, you know, the 1414 is 96.39, and the gold mean ratio is 103.04 up there. So those are also ways to target if you don't think that's valid, which seems like it very well could be. Okay.
Curious if the old setup from August 3rd on Kron is still valid for the future.
Is that a joint?
At that time, it was sprung and back to Tsla line with potential inversing
I
to death.
think it held on.
Kron.
Well, yeah, we'll look at it. So was the Bitcoin 2013. Yeah, just give me a second, alright? I got to go back in time. We gotta go through tripping through time. He wants to see a 2013 all-time high. So last time we broke it. He's talking about this right here. All right. He's like, what happened? We tested it, we dumped, then we rallied, we up thrusted through it, and we failed and had a huge shakeout before insanity, literal insanity, right? We're at pretty much at the highest point after it broke out again. It went from 1177 all the way up to in 60 days, Bitcoin appreciated in value 154.6% before the major reversal. But then after that, it went again. And then look, it even dumped to back test it as support. When it was resistance, became support, and then went once more, right? So that's what happened in 2013, if you're asking, right? You were already in a very, very well-established uptrend. Okay, that's similar to what we're doing now. First time, it looks like you just got freaked out and dumped. Kind of reminds you of Thanksgiving. Second time, we haven't done that. We haven't had this false breakout, premature breakout, and the sell-off to just make another higher low. And then look here. You know what's so nice about it? It's so freaking gorgeous. Oh, I love it, man. All right. You had a low, then you had a higher low, all above the 200-day moving average. But look at this level of clear, discernible, hidden bullish divergence. Impending price action, continuation to the upside just before you blew up to the upside. So there was an edge here, a daily edge on Bitcoin. What a blessing. Yeah, it's pretty cool, right? I mean, whatever. People, you request it. You can do it tripping through time, man. 154% increase in value in 2 months, 60 days. Now, 2017, 2016, 2017, I don't understand what you mean about that. Oh, never mind. I got you. I know what you're saying now. Gotcha. I think this would satisfy your request, right? Okay. What's up, yard guy? Get wrecked, dude. Timbo, did you tip 10? I saw 777 when you said spin though, so it's like $10 minimum for attempts on my life, right? Yeah, but Bitcoin Cash, man. Sorry, I think I got distracted. I think anything above 278 eventually we'll see 328. If you ever break 328, well, then you're looking 352. There's a lot of resistance here, man. This is not like a lot of others. This one has kind of done its own thing. There's so much. You're in the dead middle too, where it's like, what is the path of least resistance? I think there's I don't know. The path of least resistance, it could be either one. It could be down or up in this situation. Dude, there's just so much resistance here on Bitcoin Cash. It's not the same chart as Litecoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin itself, and many others. So very choppy.
Can you give us your thoughts on $CRV? Merry Christmas, bro.
So Raj, Merry Christmas to you as well. Thank you, dude. I'll be getting that Christmas tree up on stream soon. I'm incrementally implementing it. As you can see behind the chat box, there are script day stockings. There's a nice, warm, cozy fire. Hope you're all feeling the warmth from that this evening. Are you talking about CRV, the S coin? Because you did a $, which means like stock. Normally people don't do $signs before CRV. You probably mean CRV, I guess, right? This is just one of those where it's like, what do you even do with it, man? Very little. I mean, a higher low. Congratulations on your higher low on CRV. I know. Like, terrible start. Awful start. Yep, nice rounding out. This was one thing. It was like coming to back test. All right, I don't even know where it reversed. It was like this. I mean, it's like you broke all these resistance points, and so the next resistance is probably 95 cents. You break that, then it's just like one at a time. 113, 15, and then after that it's 164. So you have like some resistance you got to deal with coming up. But if it can never break 113.5, sorry, 113.5, you're probably going to 164. That's where it could start getting a real nice move up. But yeah, after all this selling, something changed, right? Something that you really haven't done much of ever on the history of this chart, and that is you right? You've rounded out the momentum, right? Like look at the acceleration of selling, how violent it was, the downside. Then that selling was still bad, still really bad. But then all of a sudden, whoa, the angle of descent started to change. The selling became less and less severe. And then all of a sudden, instead of making lower lows, you showed the same low. And now, a higher low. Momentum shifting definitely looks possible. Back above the 200 moving average, you never really spent any time ever above the 200 moving average. You're now above it. Very good. So you break 95 cents, 113, you break 113, 164, you break 164, probably going up to 214. Okay? That's CRV. Yep, Momo shifting.
Bruh.
Yeah, this is the Honda CRV, just as bad as the vehicle, the chart. Is anyone here? Can y'all hear me? Stream live? Okay, seems like the SHA is bots or paid shills. Go figure. Pump and dump. Yep. Nope. Not looking at SHA no matter what now. Sorry, dude. Wow, dude, this is what I'm talking about. Literally, we just witnessed why the precedence exists for major S coins being a $10 minimum requirement. We just witnessed it. So if you were ever being like, I can't believe this guy setting a $10 minimum on S coins, now you know. He wasn't the first, and he certainly won't be the last. Get freaking wrecked. Wow. Unbelievable, dude. I mean, so believable, I guess. So, Bitcoin daily, again, you got 1 minute, so it's local on the 8s. Oh, we'll go in.
Bruh.
You're not going to close your highest level of all time. You're not going to close higher than you closed November 30th. Pathetic. But GBTC, institutional FOMO, is real. Will they get crushed?
KCW super chatted $30.
What's up, Casey?
Hot dog buns. Come 8 to the pack because the buns are baked in clusters of 4 in pans designed to hold 8 rolls. You need to purchase 5 bags of 8 to the pack buns and 4 10 to the pack hot dogs to break even.
Bueller.
Thank you, KCW, for the hot dogs. Thank you, dude. And the $30 super chat. Thank you, dude. New day has been born. Jesus chimes. Let's go. I thought he was about to start singing the song Hot Dog Buns or whatever that you used to play on the recorder. Isn't it? Amen. All right, I'm in the chat. Bitcoin frozen in time? Nah. That was a pathetic close. I mean, at least on the 4 hour. Like, really, dude? So again, man, looking pretty good on the daily histogram, but you're attempting your rally on the 4 hour and you have not made a higher high yet. So does though have that really nice looking, God, it's so 2017 right now. Like, of course it very well could dump, but God, it's just showing, like, it's burnt in my memory, these little stupid cup with handles, and everyone would just be like, look, it's a cup with handle. I don't know, man, it's a cup with, but it just explodes to the upside. So many S coins were doing it too on the 4 hour and stuff, and it's just like, everything's a cup with a handle, and they all keep playing out. Everyone's a genius in the 2017 market. It was insane. I don't think it's been near as easy this time around, but Jimmy the man.
Bruh.
Bear Shabana baby goes in the chat.
Jeff Miller tipped $30. Bullish abandoned baby stuff on TSLA on the 4 hours. Daily, hidden bullish divergence on the 1 hour. 4-hour and I think the weekly too. Bull flag too perhaps? I'm up 30% since early fall when I found the stream. Thanks Mitch and other Patreons too.
Boom. Jeff, man, thank you so much for the contribution. Glad to hear you're gaining value out of the Patreon. Glad you're making sick, fat, stupid gains. Yeah, Tesla got upgraded today by Goldman Sachs. $780 price target. Has exceeded the ascending triangle's measured move. It's up like 5+%. We can take a quick gander at it. Bitcoin 19,410. It's not doing anything, man. Okay, just relax. All right, it's just, I don't know, abandoned baby on the daily, you say? Could be. It's a potential, right? A potential abandoned baby. It would have to gap down tomorrow and test 568 and close down here to be confirmed. It's a three, the bearish abandoned baby or bullish abandoned baby is a 3 Japanese candlestick pattern, not a 2. So you got 1, you got 2, you'd have to have 3. And it's really in a weird spot, right? You don't, look, man, the bearish abandoned babies, you want to have, right, the price action, and then the gap down, and then the doji morning star, and then a gap up, right? That it needs to be the bottom. This right, oh my God, hold on. This right here is weird. I mean, it's like not like, where is it? Contact, is it a top? Is it a bottom? I don't know, man. I think it's just the fact that it's gapping up. It got that that price increase, right? The Goldman Sachs right here. That is Goldman Sachs target. We're gonna make it a gold. There you go, the Goldman Sachs price target. So that would like double up, you know, the measured move or whatever that you already had. And that would be probably some stupid fib extension too, right? High to low, 2618. Yep, there you go. Why did Goldman Sachs probably give you a 780? Not 800, not 700, not 1,000, not 900. Probably because their analysts were like high to low, major discernible previous swing high to low, 2618 fib extension. It's literally $780. Boom. Fibonacci, man. Probably that. Wow, so they say 780 randomly, right? Because there's no support resistance looking left. All you have are outer fib extensions now. Above 780 is 952, the 3618 fib extension. So there you have it. How do you make a fundamental target of 780 randomly? Wouldn't you just say 799, 800, or 700, or 725? No, it was literally confluent with the 2618. And we just did this. You saw it live. It's like, I don't know. It's like, yeah, probably there it is. Yeah. So let's look at congratulations, Tesla, man. Congratulations. It's amazing. It's freaking price action's a beast. Can't be stopped for now. All right. Now he said something about a bearish divergence too on it. Oops, sorry. Oh, 60-minute. Hidden bullish divergence in the 4-hour. Ooh, that's spicy. I mean, maybe kind of. I don't know if that's a swing low. I mean, you're probably looking. This is the real swing low. Yeah, that's kind of checking your map there. God, I guess maybe it is a little bit of hidden bullish divergence there. Maybe. If any asset's gonna let something like that crap play out, it would probably be Tesla. But it's struggling here. Really struggling at what, dude? The high to low golden mean ratio. The 1618 is exactly where it's, you know, the 100% measure move of the ascending triangle. That's where it's consolidating. It's chopping around. It can't break it yet. I guess sell orders, sell wall, something like that up there. It's all the Fibonacci, man. Sorry, get wrecked, Bitcoin. Doing nothing. Same with altcoins. I mean, everything's, you know, on the new day that started 6 minutes ago. Everything else kind of playing ball, you know, selling off too a little bit. still flabbergasted by GBTC's chart. It's just nuts. Yeah, let's look at total real quick. Total market cap, right? I mean, it hit that zone, the reversal, major reversal zone. It hit it, bounced, and it's literally not moved. I mean, in days, right? It hasn't moved since November 26th when it bottomed out.
Can we check out Dollar Bean? I'm hoping for a pullback. Crossed fingers.
Manuel, I don't know what that
3.6.
is.
Not great or terrible.
Never heard of it in my life.
Yes, tank UFZ3 back in time. Showing some scary similarities on BTC daily price action MATIC and RSI as May 6 to May 20 of 2020.
It's in English, but I don't understand what it said. Scary similarities on Bitcoin daily price action MACD RSI is May 6th. It's unique. I mean, the similarities, they could be there, they could repeat, but at the same time, you know, every market situation is unique. It's much different than May, right? How many new developments, how many things have happened fundamentally since May, right? I mean, you got the halvening that occurred, right, in May, I think. May, right? April, May. And then you got more and more money printing, stimulus bills passed since then. Well, like one or two anyway, big money. I mean, since then, you got central banks that have, like, all of them talked about legitimacy and the direction of the digitization of all fiat, all currency, right? I mean, and since then, you've got all these institutions that are literally endorsing Bitcoin. I mean, there's so much that's happened since May. It's kind of crazy to think about. So I don't know, man. Sure, because it happened then doesn't mean it's going to happen now, you know? So let's look at the B-Vol again. I don't think it's moved at all. You know, we're just checking up on these. Nah, man, just kind of in dead middle. It may be a potential reversal area. It could be considered. It's just the heart line kind of sideways, the midpoint, equilibrium level of this oscillating chart that goes up and down. So maybe it reverses there or sells off or just moves down, and then eventually, though, you think if history repeats itself, 106 to 121, the volatility would get really high. I defeat all men, soon I defeat real champion. Sure, John, man. Until we hear what we want to believe. If you're talking about Bitcoin, I believe it, man. Yeah, so this is what happened, Larry. Thank you, Conspiracy. The hash ribbon. Hold on a sec.
Thoughts on CPH, ASX. Guided at 0.034.
Penny
Already
stock,
CPI.
hype.
Would love to re-enter on pullback. Pod stocks flying with news of UN reclassification.
It's China to me, China. China.
Is it good to stake Cardano ADA at Atomic Wallet?
No idea, Joshua. You could ask the chat. They'll probably have better information. I'm simple TA, man. I like the charts. I like trading. And, you know, a lot of the other stuff's like beyond me in the crypto sphere. So there are probably better influencers to ask about that than me. So, you know, just deferring that question to the chat. Okay. So, and thank you, Sned. We'll look at it. All right, your Australian penny stock might. But what is it? Your hash ribbon. This is the minor capitulation. It's the red or something. And every time you see red, it's normally when price will increase. So well, I don't know. I mean, you're not showing the chart that has the indicator that went blue, the blue dot. That's what I'd read about today. So it's almost like a moving average, right? 30-day. So eventually you hit that again, I guess. I don't know how to even read this chart, really. It's kind of weird. So, but the hash ribbon is a market indicator that assumes that Bitcoin tends to reach a bottom when miners capitulate. There you go. i.e. when Bitcoin becomes too expensive to mine relative to cost of mining. The hash ribbon indicates that the worst of the minor capitulation is over when the 30-day moving average of the hash rate crosses over the 60-day moving average switch from light red to dark red areas. Times when this occurs and the price momentum switches from negative to positive have shown to be good buying opportunities. Switch from dark red to light red, and I guess we're in the light red. We went from dark red to light red. I don't know. Again, man, it's kind of tough. This is going kind of a little, it's technical, I guess, but it's kind of like goes beyond traditional technical analysis that we apply in here every day, right? Bueller? Thanks again for conspiracy. Contribution to the stream by saying that stuff, by posting all that. Oh, is that what it is? Here it is. This is Marbob posted this. Yeah, that's what I saw earlier on that article. Right here, the hash ribbon or whatever the indicator is went blue today, and it. I mean, it seems almost like a histogram, right? Like this is like the MACD histogram, shows a bunch of red, and then when it begins to go green, that's like the beginning. The bulls get the ball, and so you could see, I guess, maybe divergence of whatever's happening here. You know, well, you break away from this red area, these lines, and then they diverge. So and buy signal today, but and it's so weird. How's there buy signal going on these weird Bitcoin only type variables, right? And then GBTC closes at its highest level in multiple years, but Bitcoin spot price is not at the highest levels in multiple years because it's lower than it was just days ago, November 30th. It's very, very interesting stuff going on. It's crazy. I mean, it's like the argument just keeps somehow building fundamentally for Bitcoin. It's crazy every day. You just keep getting like stacks of people, like lawyers coming in with arguments, fundamental arguments, throwing them down on the table. Yeah, here's another bank. Here's another institution that's going in on Bitcoin. Here you go. Here's your technical weird ribbon going blue. And just the evidence, or just the argument, the bullish argument just keeps climbing, keeps growing. Sitting on that judge's desk, and he's just like, what can we do, man? There's too much overwhelming evidence right here for Bitcoin fundamentally. Hash ribbons, yeah, yes, sure. Doesn't that make me scared? No, nothing makes me scared. Like, no. Because I know, I have the mentality that anything's possible. That tomorrow we could wake up and it's down $2,000. And happens later.
Everyone
I could wake up
is
tomorrow,
wrong
it's up
BTC
$2,000.
except for Mrs. Lawn. It's short. Hey, can you check John Deere? No?
What's up, yard guy? Yeah, we'll look at John Deere.
We're gonna buy STX. They have some type of proof of transfer method where you earn BTC while you hold it.
I don't know. The only STX I know about is Seagate. Seagate technology on the stock market. Maybe like hard drives and thing. Can't remember. STX is the only STX I know. So he's asking about it. See, this is what I'm saying, man. Like crypto, all these new things coming out, and it's like they're all like, I only know the traditional tickers, and now it's like all these weird, crazy tickers have the same tickers as the stocks I know of, right? That I'm familiar with. It's weird. CBH. Pharmaceutical. Well, I mean, nothing you can really up 13+% today. But if you got in on it, congratulations. I think targeting would be pretty easy here. All-time highs on volume on the daily. Not really much. Hey, you know what's? Look at this, dude. I get it. Was it all-time lows? But look at the. This is Jesus divergence, pretty much, man. The Jesus divergence, where it just was so much of it. It just kept happening over and over and over again on the RSI, and something finally gave where the sellers were just so exhausted, and you just in 1-2 swift days just blast off. I mean, it's God, man, in like what? At its highest point today, It was up 324% in a week in 7 trading days. So what is there to talk about now? Well, I mean, you got a local little high here, high low here. Did you broke it? Oh man, that's like a freaking, can someone tell me what this pattern is? This Japanese candlestick right here. This is a Japanese candlestick. Someone tell me, a little trivia for you chat. What is it, man? Tell me. I know you know it. No, there's one answer. That's it. There's only one answer here. There you go. Someone finally got it. Yep, we got more right answers coming in. Well, what happened? Oh, it's open. Yeah, because Australia. Well, just a second ago. All right, never mind. This is over. Open. Okay, I'm thinking about the stock market. It's Australian stock market. So whatever. If the education was for the fact of if it was closed like that, it's obviously not. That though, yes, correct. At the time when I asked, gravestone doji was correct, and that can often sometimes signify a reversal, to the upside or downside. But it's not that, so forgive me. Look at a lot of assets. So anything above 10 cents, you're good, right? Anything above 10 cents, eventually you could find your way to 19 cents, which is the low from January 2017. There's very little low, like straight down, straight up, straight down. So anything above 10 cents could eventually find its way at 19 cents. There's very little resistance here. But I mean, my God, you just heard me. 300+% in 7 days is unreal. That's crazy. There's a gap here that will probably could fill. And then from there, if you can hold 10 cents as support, yeah, 19 cents, right? So that's cool, man. Unreal, man. Unfreaking real. So this is John Deere. 3618 reversed. Super bullish trend, so doesn't make much of a retrace and then runs again. Yeah, this is what happens, man, on assets with fundamental backing. There was bearish divergence on the daily, everything, and it just reversed back to the upside. So failed harmonic. Weird, dude. Thank you for your money. Thanks for the money, dude. Okay, so hey man, back to the drawing board on this one. It just keeps going. Doesn't want to stop. It had, well, here's the thing though, right? I mean, you could just extend this up, and now you've got an argument for triple RSI bearish divergence. Not on the MACD. You only have the divergence on the RSI. That's really bad. I mean, that's eventually this will dump, man. Eventually, you think it would if that's gonna play out right there. That's it. Just, it's very powerful, very bullish trend on John Deere, and I think it's my yard guy that keeps buying up the shares. Doesn't let this thing dump. But you think that would play out? But we'll see. Just remember, triple RSI bearish divergence now. There was just double, now it's triple. So argument just continues here on a kind of a weak rally. Potential 3-line strike. I mean, 3-line strikes don't mean crap until the 4th candle happens. There's 3 candles, then there's a 4th one, and the 4th one's literally, it's like, hey, it exists. So no 3-line strike. That would mean we'd have to get another green day and then a huge violent red day to engulf all 3 candles. That's way too premature to even talk about that as an idea. Wow, John Deere, unreal. No 3-line strike. Not even close. I just, again, the history on the daily, it looks good. I mean, even the 4 hour, yeah, it's like, well, it's losing its negative momentum. It's starting to build again, but you think eventually it goes to neutral and then goes positive on higher prices. The daily and the 4 hour are setting up, like the oscillators are set up like, oh, it's about time, chat. It's about time for history to be made. Real history, not this freaking joke. December 1st that ran up, tested, and hit all-time highs, then had a 10% price swing, right? We're talking real history. That's the way the oscillators on the daily and maybe 4 hour, they've been, if you get some bids here, they're both setting up for much higher prices, okay? Well, imagine spamming a request on an asset. That like, you know, that makes me never want to look at it ever, right? Just so you know. You spam a request, that's like a demand. Oh, it's contact killing me, man. So Patreon night tonight, yep. 30 minutes before the stream, we'll be doing a voice chat. Bring your own beer. Or, you know, the devil's lettuce if that's legal in your state, province, country, whatever. It's whatever, man. Or water, or coffee. It doesn't matter, dude. I'm just saying we try to let loose and enjoy ourselves and look back on the week that once was, right? The current week we're in or whatever. But at least 7 days from the last Patreon stream we had, right? Yeah, VeChain's up 1.8%. Yep. It is definitely outperforming. It's definitely been a big winner the past few days. YFI is up 1.89% on the new day. Nothing else though. ZRX up 0.66%. VeChain, man, very good. It's popping. The target's 1.88 cents again. 1.99 cents. Got to test that once more. Definitely looks like we're talking harmonic stuff. XA, BC, and then D. Wow, this thing could go. 1618 just happens to be
sending
the
LTC
top.
from Litecoin
The
block
literal
card is it borrowing
top.
or holding crypto as collateral thing good to do?
Sending Litecoin from Litecoin block card is borrowing and holding crypto as collateral. Yeah, I don't know, man. Chat, what do you think? Is that a good thing to do? Sending Litecoin to from Litecoin block card is the borrowing and holding crypto as collateral. Is that good? Chat, yes, no, maybe so. I don't know. So that's where you could be headed. I mean, that's the pattern completion zone of it, and this is a bearish crab, but it bodes well if it's going to play out, right? I mean, like if it's doing the XABCD stuff, upside is 2.2 pennies. Almost unbelievable, because that's that's higher than, I mean, that's as high as you got in August. Okay, don't count it out. VeChain's doing really well, outperforming most altcoins the past few days.
Quick look at BSV. Thanks.
Okay. I mean, someone wanted me to look at this, which is like Beam, BEEM, but Beam Global. It ran up, it hit the high from May of 2010 and reversed to fill a gap. There's no real support solidly between $21.61 and $33. So if you're in the dead middle of it, I got nothing for you. It's already had a nice move up. So is that a bull flag? I really don't know, man. Right? There's no edge here. I did like the accumulation that was occurring, and it kind of just went like parabolic, right? BSV. What's the ticker? BSV to USD. Fine. BSV to USD. Looks a lot like Litecoin in a way. Pretty simple range here. Lower end
Hey,
of
how
it.
is EOS
Like
slash
the higher
US
low.
looking like?
Trash. But we'll look at it, man. Yeah, lower end of the range, I guess. Not at your lowest level, right? 140 or 150 is probably the best entry here. It's just a big range, a big rectangle. So you think if it, I like how it ran up and dumped, and then when it dumped, it made a higher low than that low before it from November 5th. So that means that the target on this asset is either 146 again or 227. That's about it. That is about it. Unfortunately, it's not very good for reward to risk an entry here. It's not so strategic because it's so far away from where it could go again before bouncing and running to the upside. You know what I'm saying? But you know, the oscillator on the 4 hour looks ready for upside. It does look like it's ready to go green again. So holding that 200 moving average. If this holds, I mean, you're talking target is 227 eventually. Okay, big range, 227 up there. Okay. Things get really bad. Target's 146. We'll see if it holds. Might be a good entry, but as you've seen, it's already hit that multiple times. And this last time, it was unable to hit that bottom again, which is good. Too many market participants own BSV right now than before, so you may not get that opportunity at that really juicy low, right? So again, if this holds, eventual target 227 on BSV. Okay, BK Trav, thanks 420. Okay, so we can go to EOS like you requested. A lot of chop, man. A lot of chop. Had this big run and then dump. Hit a big potential reversal area, and what did it do? Lo and behold, it reversed. Just like everything else. And it's rallying like everything else. Its oscillator looks like everything else. It just looks very, almost identical to BSV right there on the oscillators, right? Bullish convergence, higher lows. You get above 311, you're going to 330. You break 330, you're going to 368. You break 368, you're going to 423. That's all there is to it, man. Is there an edge here besides the convergence? Not really. I do like the rounding action. I like the higher low than previous low. So this definitely has the opportunity to keep running to the upside like all the rest of the altcoins if Bitcoin lets it. If Bitcoin rallies, EOS will eventually see 368 again. I'm telling you, EOS will see 368 if Bitcoin's going all-time highs and higher eventually. And then after that, 423. And after 423, well, you're probably going to 531. Okay? Alvaro, man, let's go!
Bruh.
It's a good moment for Chainlink.
Is it a good moment? It's been good, right? It had that higher low, bounced, and all that. We'll look at it, okay? That's it on EOS. You hold 282 long enough, which you did, you'll see 311. You thrusted through it, saw 330, you dumped, and now you're testing 311 as a resistance. But if Bitcoin keeps going, you'll break that. So you see 330 again, you break 330, you're going to 368, 423, 531. Those are your targets, man. Like without an oscillator, an edge, an actual strategic entry or anything like that, that's all I can tell you. The ifs. If Bitcoin rallies, this is where those are the critical targets for EOS on the way up. All right. Link. Well, eventual target again is like up at like 1565. Top of the channel. Nice. Bitcoin's 19,511 for now. Right. Asia is awake, right? They are awake. So it's like 1569, the top of the channel. Oops. You ever break that? The same target you were at before, which is exactly where it reversed. Why? Because that's what we do. We look for potential reversal areas, candle high closes, and what do they do? What do assets do when they hit them? They hit them, and then maybe they run out intraday, and then they reverse at them. Okay, so if Link breaks that 1560, then you're going to 1647 again. You break 1647. You're probably eventually going to see 1918 again. Okay, I mean after 1650, if you ever break 1650, that's the next target. 1918. You could have a huge market bid price from 1650 to 1918. Okay, it just continually making higher lows. What I really love about Link right now, so healthy, hidden bullish divergence. It's still maturing. It's still getting better. So if Bitcoin keeps up this rally, Link's gonna do things. Just like it did before. Once you get above a certain resistance, 1330, where do you go? You probably go to these next targets, you hit them. You hit two of the three before dumping. But now, there's an edge on Link on the daily. And it's implying impending price action continuation to the upside. So if the TA is respected, that's it. Okay, good luck, Link. Good luck on your hidden bullish divergence, man. Pray for Bitcoin. That's all I'll tell you. If you like Link, pray for Bitcoin. Yeah, it looks okay. Looks fine. Daily looks good. Alvar, thanks again for the $50 freaking contribution. Kangs, dude. Oh my god, what is that? Who is doing this? Disgusting, man. Wow. Wow, dude, that's cool. Hey, Scuba Steve, watching the stream now, the fellow patron Mark a lot. Look at this. We got people watching the stream right now. You're famous, man. You're on TV. Say, hey, mom, what's up? Thank y'all for supporting the stream and watching. Being patrons, all right? Thank y'all. Hopefully y'all have gotten a lot of value out of it. I think y'all have said that before, so thanks a bunch. Very cool. Why did that make you hungry? Because it's probably, cheese has an endorphin in it called casomorphin. So that's what happens, right? We know cheese makes us feel good in ways. So we like cheese on a lot of things. That's cheese overload. That's like doing crack or something, The bro community, like a fish, yeah, whatever that is. Oh yeah, Kron, my bad, dude. Sorry, getting a decent amount of requests today. So did it all start with that harmonic? Yes, that's exactly how it all started. Now, yeah, it went up just a little bit lower, but without any changes. And no damn. Look, man, remember the congestion area. You hold this area long enough, you could be kicked. You've done it, man. Yes, it's still perfect. You broke out, you kind of back tested. Look at that back test before going higher. Yep. And what could happen? Well, we got targets up here between 1207 and 1703 for a common retrace. This is what I'm talking about, man. This is how you could be a king. 3 rising valleys, bullish Gartley, at a congestion area. Fantastic. That's what you want. That's exactly what you want to see. Hey, I know some asset that looks like that in the crypto market. No way, dude. You can't be serious. That's nuh-uh. How could we ever find something so beautiful like this in the crypto market when Bitcoin's near all-time highs? Well, you got to look at an asset called ZRX that had a magnificent run where all targets were hit and exceeded on this one back this summer. Went too high too fast. Been correcting ever since, but here's the news, man. The top of the major range, you fell below it, you're back above it, you're back testing that support. Oh my god, the upside potential is crazy. It is literally insane. Crazy upside potential on ZRX. We're talking between 55 to 70 cents where it would just go if it was a common retrace. But if we're talking the next level where there's swing high, 73 cents. I get it. There's 52.85 cents. That's where it reversed last time. That's where it ran up and reversed. But dude, I'm telling you, that reversal was so good because look, you can see what's happened. We've sprung and now we're back testing the spring of the critical ice line from December 2018, March 2019, right? Over and over and over. Upside potential extremely high on ZRX. Just telling you, man. Don't say you weren't warned. You never talked about 0x, man. Get wrecked. If this goes up and you miss out on it. Such a great area to know where to and how to manage your risk too. Because you know you don't want nothing to do with ZRX below 35 cents. Nothing. But above it, it could go to moon. Big moon. Yeah, call it inverse. Call it all you want, dude. I mean, like, it doesn't. I don't have to identify it as any kind of pattern. I don't have to name it. Okay, it's not much of a real right shoulder. You know, it's just correlation to trend lines from history. All you need to do here. Okay. Luke, yes, pretty much. Pretty much it can. It's unbelievable in a way. If you want to learn more about how to identify assets at areas of value to gain an edge in the market, and you want to support the stream, the best way to do it is joining the Patreon. 3rd of the month is the 3rd best day to join the Patreon. The billing starts on the 1st, so still great value areas to join, where you get trade setups, you get education, and you get an extremely active, very active, helpful community while you're on this journey learning how to trade. Well, you'll have all the support you'll ever need in our Patreon, dude, in the Patreon Discord chat. So check it out. Well worth the investment. You can ask all the patrons. They'll attest for that. All freaking, how many now? All 578. We're an army of traders. A fraternal order. So on back to Litecoin. One thing we didn't mention on Litecoin, on the 4 hour, okay, couple with Hendelman, strategic entry, but the daily, we omitted the daily, where it is undeniable, textbook hidden bullish divergence that has gone green. So you really do need help on Bitcoin here, which it looks like you're getting a little bit, you know. So it did bullishly engulf 2 days ago, which was technically yesterday, but actually it was yesterday, but technically 2 days ago. You engulfed above what? Ah, yes, you engulfed above what was once resistance is now support. That's not a joke, dude. Those are things to take heed of. Okay, this thing's almost at $90 now. Impending price action, continuation of the upside implied on Litecoin, and on the 4 hour is your pretty freaking textbook cup with Hendelman. It's almost Hey Song time. I hope so, man. I'd love to play the Hey Song this stream. I'd love the Hey Song to be playing, and we have a marathon stream, and it's so crazy that it runs into the Patreon stream, but that rarely happens. I think it's happened twice in history, and I've done like how many streams, you know?
Quick look at the eye.
Sorry, $10 minimum on trash to never look at, like YFII. Now I'll look at YFI, but not YFII. Sorry, dude. Dude? Come on, man. We got rules.
Love the stream, but could you check this coin for any value? Our inside seeker is stake, if not acro. 0.018000000 EDH.
Did you say steak? Yeah, it's steak. Steak. We've already looked at it. Oh my god, I don't know when we looked at it, but it was the Jesus, dude. It was the Jesus, man. Oh my god. This still looks unbelievable. Holy, when did we look at this? It had to have been like sometime in November. Beautiful. This could moon. Very popular. You're at value areas. Target would be $25 eventually, if you could believe it. You probably can't now, though. And it's not much data. Kind of weak. Kind of scrubby. That divergence continued. Oh, look at the continuation of that divergence on the RSI. Yep, it's either, you don't want anything to do with this asset below $7. Below $7, get out. You're out. No, not financial advice. I'm just saying, one doesn't want anything to do with it. How to size up risk is extremely easy on this one because of where it is. Value levels. Right below the previous low, and then your target, boom, 50%. That's 3.72 to 1 reward to risk. But the problem is it's stake. It's XDAI. I don't know what this is. Never heard of it in my life. I can't even believe I've analyzed this before. But I have. Someone requested it, and here you go, dude. Okay, XDAI. Cool.
Thank you for your daily knowledge. From Connor, I am 10 years old.
Shauna, thank you for supporting the stream. You're 10 years old. Hello, Connor. Welcome. Invest in yourself. If you invest in yourself at the age of 10 and on, oh my God, you're going to be a billionaire. Okay. But it's tough to do that. Thank y'all. Yet to launch whatever this crap is, but it's there. It's like a mix between a Gartley and a bat in a way. I dig it though. So we looked at it like a month ago. It still looks great. I mean, still looks fan-friggin-tastic. God. Stick. What's up, Big Ben? Lawn care tips and Patreon are so undervalued. Yeah, dude. How to take care of Georgia, man. How to dethatch. Yeah, we've already looked at Bitcoin dominance, which is doing nothing burger, really. I mean, it's just stuck for almost a week now. Same spot. Why would I look at the scam CHL? No thanks, dude. I don't look at scams. Yeah, you don't have to smash the like button. You can just press it nimbly, right? And thanks for the 1,372 people tuned in. Hey, if you're enjoying the live stream, that like button, that bell, that sub. You know, in seconds we could get 700 likes. In seconds, just like we do every time. I haven't mentioned that. I haven't even said hit that like button yet. So, you know, if we do it, man, we could rule the world with likes. And before, hey, you know, last time I called CHL a major scam, someone on Twitter's like, dude, you need to educate yourself. Here's a video. And then a bunch of bots like came in to like it and stuff. It's so ridiculous, man. It's like, this isn't our first rodeo, kid. You know how many people, how many S projects like yours have come and gone through this stream with like bots that come in, act like they have conversations with each other? It's the same pattern of scaminess. We just don't allow it. Oh, we did not check the DXY. Let's look at that, dude. Look at the US dollar, man.
Mitch, you're a legend. Can you look at a CBM seeing a cup and handle? Maybe rock on.
Cup with handle, man. Hey, I'm the US dollar, and I say it. Continuing to dump multi-year lows. Now it'll be a while until we can say it's even more. It's just like the same, right? I mean, eventually you're like 80, 89, but really it's like 88. All right, $88 is eventually the target. It fell off a cliff, man. But we knew that. We've been monitoring it daily, you know. Once it broke, it even back test. Yeah, you were given the luxury of a back test to confirm the validity of what was once support became resistance before it dumped. You even did that when you broke out of the bear flag. I mean, it's like this was coming a mile away. It was like a hurricane warning way back here, and it's like that hurricane's like a week. It's like 3 weeks off, man. All right, but I can evacuate. It hit, and it hit really hard. So there was no joke about it. It was so ugly, so weak. And it's been in a downtrend since COVID crash. Aurora Cannabis. Oh man, this one, dude. It's almost like YFI. So, good God, did it ever even hit the all-time low? It was like 98% of the way to hitting the all-time low. The most recent thing that's happened was the
We'd like to see a look
lowest
at
low
lemonade
since
after today's pump.
2016. Yeah, we can leave lemonade, J. Nathan. Thanks, $4.99. You know. So you broke a supply line, I guess. You're not looking like what was the other one? Was Kron? Kron was making these consecutive higher lows. This asset's not making consecutive higher lows yet. It's not even making consecutive higher highs yet. Or you got to eventually break 1943 before you can even say maybe the trend might be reversing. Most recent major event was the lowest low you've seen in 4 years. So it's not in a bull trend. There's no harmonic here. It's just like maybe it'll keep going to the upside, but there were better weed stock plays like Kron. ACB is real bad.
Thoughts on daily ETH chart?
Sub Jimmy V, thanks for threes. We'll look at it. Eliminate. Wow, what a pump. It looked good, didn't it? Lemonade Connect. Yep. It did look good. Or once you broke, hey, if you ever broke 69.73 again, what could happen? Well, $86. That's the target. Straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, pretty much. That's it. No surprise. This is what can happen, Larry. Yep, hidden bullish divergence happened on the 4 hour right there in the end. So 86.34, that was the target, still is a target. If you ever got back above 69, you did it, and you just went straight up. So you think maybe tomorrow, next day, we run up to test the resistance. And that's it. Nothing more to it. I liked the higher lows. It wasn't bad, man. I'm more serious about likes than Alex Cobb when I've only asked, hey, hit the like button once this stream. You hear that, chat? I asked people to hit like button once in 1 hour and 48 minutes. And I take it so seriously, right? Yep. Great logic, dude. Get wrecked US dollar. We'll see it 88 in time. Ethereum on the daily. Here it is. Let me go to the equidistant. It looks prettier. What? What's going on? Oh, sorry. Duh. So used to that. There it is. Beautiful uptrend, right? Gorgeous uptrend. And you're just at the top. And yeah, if you ever break out, it could be insane. I mean, if you break 628, you break the supply line of the nice uptrend, holy crap, 784. You haven't done it yet, though, right? You're close. You're very close, but it's just that action, that event has to occur where we break all this resistance that is all congested right above us. Just above us, man. Horizontal and upsloping resistance. X marks the spot at 626, 628. Okay? Positive momentum, you're holding on to it. You know the story. If Bitcoin breaks all-time highs, Ethereum's eventually going to 784. Easy. Easiest analysis ever. If Bitcoin dumps, you're going to top out here. If Bitcoin dumps hard, this thing could very well come all the way down to the heart line at 539. Or it could, it could test the equidistant 75% trend line. Right here. 579, 580. Which it kind of did. It fell below, hit the heart line, rallied, then back tested that resistance as support before climbing again. So you're sandwiched between the upper quadrant of the equidistant channel. That's it. Okay, cool. I mean, yeah, Ethereum, let's go, dude. We had a little hidden divergence on the RSI on 4-hour and daily at the same time at a at support. It was a resistance, became support for the first time. So I mean, it's just the easiest thing ever. If Bitcoin actually goes to all-time highs, then Ethereum is going to break a very critical resistance and could see substantial markup in price. Very easy. Hey, Joseph H, man, let's go. Hi in the chat, everybody. Let's get some more Jones going, man.
Is that a join?
Seriously, Joseph H, man, thank you so much for joining the Patreon. Please be sure to sync up the Patreon and the Discords. Much love. Very good. 579 patrons. Who's going to be 580? And we have 20 away till 600 patrons. It's incredible, man. And there you go. 700 likes. Like that. Thank y'all so much for the support. When you do like, the reason why content creators ask for likes is streamers. Static videos is kind of weird, because it's like, whatever. But as a streamer, you get more exposure, right? You get better attention from the YouTube algorithms, right? They'll put you above other people. Like, that stuff's real. So imagine being a viewer and complaining about someone saying hit the like button occasionally, right? How long am I streaming for? I don't know, man. We've gone pretty long for a Thursday afternoon stream just because I got another stream coming up tonight. Oops. Yeah, 19.5 right now in Bitcoin. Okay. No big deal. Not really showing an edge like Litecoin on the daily at all. And that's okay, because it's just outperformed Litecoin so hard. But dude, we're getting closer and closer. I mean, eventually, we'll be getting close enough to start playing the Hey song, but fake typing. Yep, I'm fake typing, dude. Goodness gracious. Okay, well, we've covered just about, right? You've gained the value that you seek, I guess, if you're looking for like a daily analysis of like the main S coins and some stocks and commodities and aggregates. It's all good, man. So I'll just do that. I'm gonna get some dinner and then just get prepared for the night stream where maybe it'll be magic. I don't know. There's not enough pumpage right now. Thanks for the follows on Twitter, where you can follow me. Twitter.com/MitchRayTA, Instagram.com/MitchRayTA, Patreon.com/MitchRayTA. How about that, man? Got a uniform.
Can we look at TLT? Looks like the bottom might fall out of it.
Bond yields or something? So winsome. Yeah, we were looking at something very similar to this. Yeah, there we got soon approaching that 149, 153 area. It's that zone of congestion, right, where you could reverse there or dump violently. So it's still not dead yet. Look at the divergence on the. You're not making lower lows anymore. Not even the previous low. You're not making a higher low. About the same low. So the divergence could play where it rallies here. All right, what if you look at it like a Wyckoff reaccumulation, and you do have yourself a little spring here, sir? Right, that's your spring, or your creek, excuse me, not spring, your creek. What if you jump across the creek, dude? Hey, what's going on? Hey, dude. Are you kidding me? Hey, Vio. Let's get some hype in the chat, man. Hype in the chat, Vio. Join the Patreon.
Is that a joint?
Thank you, Vio. And then also, Drone Landscapes. Thank you so much for joining the Patreon. Boom, back to back. Kangs. The double king.
Is that a joint?
Thank y'all. Seriously, supporting the stream. And at the same time as supporting the stream, you get learned. If you want to invest in yourself, you want trade setups, boom. It's a win-win-win, right? We all win. Even the moderator. Is that how it works?
Reaching cup and handle on the 4 hour. About to pop.
I don't know, man, about that, but calling it a cup with handle, man. Just bullish engulfing candle a couple days ago. No, I wouldn't call that a cup with handle. Now again, remember X, A, B, C, and you're working on D, and D is up here at 2.2 cents. That's eventually the target. You got resistance. You got to break 1.8, 1.99 cents. But if you do, the promised land will be 2.2 cents per VeChain. That's it. Now Walmart though, killing me, dude. It's making me real sad. I mean, whatever. It's fluctuating. It's almost like a rectangle now, but it's just falling off, man. Like, look at this. Maybe just becoming a more mature flag, but barely hanging on. You know, I hate it. You fell below your all-time highs, which was right here, 151. It's not over yet. It's not dead by any means. Just, you know, it looked way better, and then it back tested, and then just been dumping. It's just one of those that's tied to the mega cap, the tech that has not been doing well, while the value has just been stealing the show. Eventual target though on Walmart, I'm thinking 158 and 161. Well, that's been the case for a long time, but it's just taking its time. Yeah, Wolfman, you get it? You get it though? Could be just a range, and then there's a creek you could jump across with the divergence on the RSI. Could take you there on the daily. What? It's interesting. What do you mean? Less icicles in the header of the chart. Dude, you don't need to see anything over here. You only look, this is why are you blind? You don't see the magnified ticker and the time scale? That's all that is over here. That's all it is. You don't need to see anything here. Just you look right here. No one's ever complained about that. Like, it's crazy. Man, this is it, dude. This is it. Litecoin's the ticket. I mean, Bitcoin too, I guess, if it moons, but you get a higher multiplier on Litecoin. Hey, more Twitter followers. Thank y'all. $19.5's breaking. Well, in case you haven't noticed, 4, 8, 12, 14 hours we've been breaking 19.5 and been rejected there. Up, down, up, down. So, just such a pretty potential pattern. I mean, all you did was break, and now you back tested the breakout, at least of the handle or flag, whatever, if it even is that. Sure, you could adjust and confine it here, but just leaving it alone. All right, I think we're good. I think we're good, man. So, thanks to the 1,228 people still here. Thanks to the 769 likes. You know, in seconds we'd get 800 if we wanted, right? 800 likes. Seems like the sweet spot for this stream. And thank you so much for the likes, love, support, contributions, everything. Thanks for the new subs, the subs of olds. And Bitcoin looking okay for now, but it's eventually on this attempted rally got to break above 19,714. Has to very soon. Catch some bids. Be sure to hit that like button, the bell, that sub on the way out. Check out patreon.com/MitchRayTA. It's pinned to the chat. 581 patrons strong. You get trade setups, education, and Discord exclusivity with an extremely active fraternal order of traders. Best way to call it, right? And it supports the stream.
Hey Mr. Page, what are your thoughts on SPLK?
I don't know, man. I don't know, thanks. Yeah, terrible. Like, hey, high risk area. Oh my God, it was terrible. We've looked at it before. High risk area, double top. Look at this gap down. Earnings, insane levels of volume, if not historical. Yeah, all-time highs on volume on Splunk. One top, two tops. I mean, it looked like it was diverging the whole way up, but yeah, it just fell off a cliff. Earnings happens, man. It was high risk for a long. Don't remember the last time I looked at it, but I can guarantee you, I didn't say it looked good up here, right? Oh, not much to talk about with it. How far from 38,000 subs? Good question, man. We're working on it. We're less than 100, obviously. Dang, man, we're at 34 subs away from 38,000. 34. The answer. GMO. $38K this week. Hopefully this day, right? We could get 30-something subs right now. If people were watching that weren't subbed and they subbed right now, we would have 38K in seconds. But again, and it's up to them, you know. What's up, Tarek? What's up, Jimmy? Thanks, dude, for the sub. Oh, be sure to join the Discord too. I didn't even talk about the Discord, man. kind of off on that today. Here's a Discord link. Join us, man. No point in looking at the VXX, man. Why don't you look at the VIX?
Can we look at the VXX ETF, please?
Let's just look at the VIX, because the VXX is like, it's a levered ETF, or an ETN that tracks volatility futures. So VIX, which VIX is well below 30. It's at 21. Good. Yeah, down maybe low. I mean, it could rally here, but anything below 25 is really good. Right, eventually, I mean, just look at the price, the oscillation, you know, it's like eventually below 25, it finds its way down to 11 again, you know, so yeah, I don't know what to tell you, man. There's no edge at all on the daily for the VIX, none. So it could just keep dumping, especially if this COVID fear stuff keeps going away. There you go, man. 19,450 on Bitcoin, no movement. It's like stuck. It's been stuck, you know, for again 12 hours plus. Stuck. Thanks, Micro Man, for the sub, dude. Yeah, there's 30 more subs. We're not gonna get to the stream, but appreciate the consideration and the attempt for sure. Hey, there's 800 likes. Knew it, man. If y'all just tried, would be at 800 likes, no problem.
RSI and MACD bearish div on Snap 4 hours.
Is that a join?
So Wolfman, Snap. It's unreal, dude. I mean, it's so crazy. All-time highs again today. Ridiculous. Exceeding a gold mean ratio. You say bearish divergence on what? Oh, 4 hour. I mean, yeah, it's kind of there. What if it just keeps building though? It's exceeded a gold mean ratio. It's so stupid. You think $50 is psychological resistance to the next target, right? Whoops. Probably where it's headed. Kind of tough. I mean, like, you could almost just do this, you know? There's just such little data. It's like a rising wedge, kind of, in a way. Upsloping price contraction of some sort. Alright, this looks like maybe that. So, I don't know, man. It's a runaway stock, dude. But yeah, definitely looks like at some point we could get a haircut, but it's more insane than Tesla right now, right? Good luck, dude. Yep, $50 could reverse violently at some point. Yep, very high risk for a long. Anyone to go long on Snap right now. Okay. So thank y'all for watching. The stream's been live for over 2 hours now. So I'll just be back later. Thanks again for the likes, love, support, contributions. Thanks for all the new patrons. Patrons that have continuously supported the stream, keeping it going, supporting the community. Check it out. Bitcoin's well below 19,500 now. Up and down, up and down. I'll be back tonight, 11 p.m. Eastern for the stream. Until next time, respect the TA.
that a joint?
My name is JP. I'm a robot. I like robots. I have a robot vagina.
Bow to your sensei. Bow to your sensei!
I have some evidence Manbear Pig could be in this area.
I don't know, sir.
Adios, turd nuggets.